Hey y'all, Summer here with Summertime Tarot to do the weekly guidance for the week of May 3rd through the 10th. Alright, so what I've really been picking up on this week so far, right, it just started, is like this desire to distance yourself from or disconnect from things that, are no longer serving you, that no longer work for you, be it aspects of yourself, people, all that kind of good stuff. But the thing that I'm also seeing is like almost kind of shunning aspects of yourself or even people that you once connected with, things that you once connected with. And I'm kind of seeing that as a disadvantage. Is that a good word? I guess so. Just something that's not beneficial for us. So I feel like for the week, it's important that in our striving to move towards the things that we desire and that we want, the aspect of ourselves that we really find ourselves wanting to be and become. It's like not doing so at the sacrifice of who you were, right? It's like needing to accept who you were, where you were, even the people that you surrounded yourself with, in order to actually progress. It's kind of like, in ATL when, what's his name? Dang, this is my movie. How did I forget? What's his name? Esquire. There we go. When Esquire is, towards the end of the movie, he talking to John Garnett, and he like, a proud man doesn't forget where he comes from. It's like needing to, even though it's kind of like, Kanye said, once you get on, you leave your girl for a white girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to disconnect yourself from who you were, right? It doesn't help you. It actually kind of brings you down, because that's an aspect of you. That is you, right? Who you used to hang with, or the things that you used to do, how you used to carry yourself. Why are you kind of shunning it or like putting it down? It's basically putting yourself down. So I felt like I needed to share that. But let's go ahead and get into the guidance for the week. I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to do like a pick a card, and we're going to see which 3 cards want to be used for the 3 groups, and then we're going to get into the messages. All right, so let's see, 3 cards. Okay, so we got 1. Let's get 2 more. Look at that, got 2. Yes. All right, so card 1, this would be for group 1. This is full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. All right, pick it however you want to pick it. You feel what I'm saying? And then we have new moon in Taurus. It says prosperity lies ahead. And then number 3, a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Okay, so I'll show you again. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into number 1. So let's see. So the word that's coming to me is stalling. And I feel like it's because of, you see the light right there? I don't know if you can see that. It's like you don't believe in your light. You don't believe in yourself. It's almost like you may be waiting for like external validation, like a sign or a message that you're doing the right thing, that you're going in the right direction, to validate what it is that you feel on the inside. Okay, well, let's see. What's the guidance for you for the week of May 3rd through May 10th, 2021? But I also kind of get the sense that you just may be kind of like worn out and tired. You feel like you may have been like really pushing forward. And it's almost kind of gotten to the point where it's like, okay, well, do I keep going or do I just give up? And it's making me think of, you know, that meme where it's like the little cartoon people and like it's like two people digging, and like one guy, he's digging and he's like almost at the diamond, but then he kind of gives up, and then, you know, somebody else comes in and like starts digging and gets the diamond. That's what it's making me think of. But let's see. So we have here the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Lovers in reverse. Bottom of the deck here we have Queen of Cups. I get like a very like tense vibe here. Like you may be kind of so tense and rigid. Yeah, almost kind of like out of fear of like what's coming here. I feel like here with this Lovers in reverse, it's really important for you here to really spend some time connecting with yourself and your feelings, but also your desires, right? Because I feel like there may be misaligned. You feel what I'm saying? Like either you're not paying attention to your feelings, or you're not paying attention to your desires. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like there could be a lot of fears or insecurities showing up here that are stopping you from connecting with what it is that you truly want. Right? And you may be focusing a lot of your attention on, like, as I was saying, like the external world, the material world. Could even be focusing on like money, just tangible things. And you may be afraid to go deeper here. Almost like out of fear of kind of losing control of yourself or the situation. And I feel it's kind of time for you to get comfortable with yourself, with your dreams, with your desires, right? And to not be afraid of kind of opening up to the unknown, opening up to the new, opening up to all the things that it is that you want and see for yourself, right? Because it's giving me a lot of, with these two cards here, a lot of sexual energy here. There could even be, you know, some intimacy issues here showing up for you with your sexuality, with your sensuality. You may be kind of very disconnected from your body. I feel like it's time for you to kind of reconnect with your body, reconnect with your present, reality, and to really start seeing yourself and your life in a new light, right? To get kind of comfortable, but also grateful for what it is that you already have, right? I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with like your body, your being, who it is you are, really kind of getting comfortable with that, so that you can move forward in a way that highlights that shows it off, rather than kind of, like I was saying with this light here, that kind of hides it, or kind of tries to not show it to others, right? Maybe out of fear or doubt, right? Well, let's clarify. I want to clarify here. For others, excuse me, you may be like kind of hitting roadblocks here, but I kind of feel like if you are, it's almost because it may have been like this path that you're going on may have been more than you expected. It may require more from you than you expected, or than you're used to. And it's kind of like either kind of commit or kind of walk away at this point. Yeah, I feel like your responsibilities, like I was saying, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Cups and the Five of Wands. I feel like like the responsibility of what it is that you're undertaking basically have maybe gotten a bit chaotic or out of control, almost to the point where you kind of, right, as it says, you need a practical plan. Right, you may have been going off of emotions or passions before, and now it's time to really get grounded in the practical, in the reality, right, of the situation, right? Because it's like you can't run off of emotions or fumes, right? It's kind of like when you talk about relationships. This could be showing up in relationships for some folks. It's like it gets to a point where you can't, love isn't enough anymore, right? It kind of has to go further. It has to go deeper. It has to be more of a commitment, not just, oh, you make me feel good, or I find you attractive. It's like, okay, this is what I want, and no matter what happens, I'm going to continue to, put my energy into this and give to it and focus on it. You feel what I'm saying? Well, let's look here. Yeah, some of you may still be questioning whether or not this is what you want. Right, so clarifying the Queen of Wands here, we have the Nine of Swords and the World. Yeah, it's almost like when you're alone, right? When you're kind of in the peaceful realm of your mind kind of thing. It's like, okay, everything is good. This is great. But then when you get like out into the world, out into reality, it's like, yo, I don't know. Right, bottom of the deck we have the Hangman. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. And it's like, time for you to kind of focus on one thing at a time. You may be kind of looking all around at like what other people are doing or what other people are saying. And it's kind of time for you to focus on like what's in front of you. Right? To kind of focus on like your list. You know what I'm saying? Like she's at a store. It's like, okay, you don't kind of, yeah, sometimes when you go to the store you just be shopping around and do. But it's like it's time for you to kind of focus on your list. Like what get prioritized. What's important. Go to what's important and then kind of focus on the rest later. Okay? Yeah, but it's also kind of time for you to get out of your head, right? Be it in kind of like fantasy land or like anxiety land, right? It's time to kind of get out of that and into the present, into the real world, like being, as it says, practicality, you know what I mean? But also, right, clarifying the Lovers in reverse, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. I feel like you may have been forcing and pushing a lot, and it may be time for you to kind of just go with the flow, to kind of feel your way forward rather than trying to force your way forward, right? Kind of focus on what feels good, right? We have the High Priestess coming out in reverse, right? But I feel like it could go either way. If you've been focusing only on, like I was saying, the feel good, it may be time for you to kind of focus on, okay, let's get practical. But if you've been in your head stressing with this here Nine of Swords, then it's time for you to really just kind of allow yourself to go with what feels good. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it may be two groups of people here. Or it could be you on either day. You know, you may go from back and forth. Okay? But it's kind of time for you to just allow yourself to be, right? But also, you know, start thinking practically, start thinking realistically, stop kind of holding yourself back out of fear, to really believe in yourself and to believe in your vision, right? And if you kind of lost sight of your vision, then it's time for you to reconnect with that. What is it that you really want? Be it within your relationships or within your life plan, you know what I'm saying? Your business, your goals, your dreams, right? I feel like it's kind of time for you to get serious here, but at the same time, not to the point or to the extent that you stress yourself out. Right? I feel like it's time for you to reconnect with yourself and reconnect with like that deeper part of you that knows what it is that you want, and to kind of trust in that. Okay? But let's get your affirmation for the week. It says, I am adventurous. Today I will try something new. What would I like to accomplish? What can I do to push away any anxiety surrounding this new adventure? All right? Everything I do today creates a better tomorrow. Okay? Then we're going to see, let's get your crystal for the week. So we have red jasper, take action. Take action. Right? But after you plan. And then bottom of the deck we have blue lace agate, find your calm. Okay? Yeah. It's like, I feel like with this red, it's like all about kind of grounding in the present reality and not getting too kind of attached to any one outcome or path, but just kind of being open to, new things. Okay? Let's see if the ancestors have anything to add. Then we're going to close this out with one last card of guidance, okay? For you for the week. Okay? Alright. So we have here, higher guardian speaking. My energy is assisting you during this time period. You are going through major transitions. And African mask spirit, we have warded off negative plans and plots against you. Yeah, so I feel like with this transition, right, I feel like it has to do with this here Queen of Wands, right? Your confidence. I feel like this has been a long time coming for you here, where you've been really, I feel, kind of really working on yourself, working to connect with yourself in a deeper way, to connect even with your like spirituality, your healing path, your healing journey in a deep way. And you may have just kind of hit like a plateau, and this kind of plateau has kind of gotten you to the point where you're like questioning yourself, questioning whether or not you're doing the right thing, and it's like, I feel like you are, right? It's just about not getting so attached to your idea of what this journey is supposed to look like, but to kind of be open and not kind of hold yourself back due to expectations or due to an idea that you've kind of created in your mind, right? Be it positive or negative, you feel what I'm saying? And just to allow yourself to really to grow and to kind of cultivate that fire within you that is going to continue to propel you and lead you forward in the right direction, that is, in alignment with you and with your highest and greatest good. Okay? But let's get one last card, and then we're going to close this out. So we have here, appreciate everything. It says, today's lesson, on this day affirm, my life is perfect. Appreciate everything and everyone in your life without doubt or expectations. Your goal, to learn that the way to set change in motion is to bless and feel grateful for even the most difficult parts of your life. Okay? But that's all I have for you. Hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, give it a like. You feel what I'm saying? If you're interested in booking a personal reading, be sure to head over to summertimetarot.com to book that. Alright, but peace out. We'll go ahead on to group 2. Alright, so for those of you who picked New Moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. Let's see here. I kind of get this murky feeling, right? If you kind of look at that, it's a little murky. Like, I feel like if you pick this pile, you may still be trying to kind of envision your life or your future, that kind of thing, right? And I have to say, because it's very much connected to this one, I feel, right? Pile number 1 or group number 1, but I kind of feel like it's like on the opposite end of the spectrum, I guess would be the best way to explain what I'm saying. But I feel like where sorry, it's a bug. Where group 1 may have been lacking confidence, you may be here like lacking the vision, or even the clarity on the vision, if that makes sense. Right? You may be very stubborn here, right? With the Taurus energy. It's like you may, I hate to say it, but you may be kind of putting on like a front, like, I just saw 3131. You may be putting on a front like, oh, you have everything figured out, right? I know what it is, what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, to like the people around you, but you may still be questioning, you still may be searching, trying to kind of figure out what's next for you, or even what's best for you. Yeah, and it's like really needing to kind of reconnect to, I'm getting two things, so like shadow work here, but also like really needing to reconnect to the divine for like direction, rather than like your ego. Does that make sense? Like I feel like you may be really following or stroking your ego. Like I'm doing that, that's so weird. Maybe kind of like following or stroking your ego, and it's kind of time for you to really listen to like that divine wisdom within, rather than trying to be someone that you're not, or to be who everybody thinks you should be. Okay, but let's see what the guidance here is for the week. So we have here the King of Wands and the Five of Wands in reverse. Right, so some of you here, you may need to control your temper. That's the first thing that's coming to my mind. Or you may need to work on controlling your temper. Bottom of the deck here, we have the Ten of Cups. So this may have to do with like your family relationships. But also I feel like I was saying, like your dream for the future, or like your vision for your life. So I feel like you may have been kind of like a fly by the seat of your pants kind of person, if that makes sense. But I feel like you're being pushed or kind of called to change that and to get more focused, or like tempered. I feel like that's the right word. That might be the right word. Where it's like you're able to better control your desires, your fears, right? That fire within you, and to direct it in the best way for you. Because I feel like here with for some reason this is giving me like there's something that's gotten old for you in your life, right? And it may be how you're kind of showing up or reacting to certain things in your life. But you could also just be like really wanting to maybe just travel or explore yourself, the world. But if so, I feel like it's like a need to do so in a manner that isn't harmful or hurtful to the people around you or even yourself. But let's clarify here. Okay, so clarifying the King of Wands, we have the Page of Cups, the Fool, the Five of Swords, and the King of Wands again in the reverse. Okay, so yeah, it's just like you've been stalling here. There's something here that it is that you want, something new even, that you've been wanting to move after, but you haven't been sure or even moving towards it as you should. Okay. Wow. Oh. Yeah. But it's like it's like, okay. It's like time for you to get out of your fields here, right? We have the Judgment, Queen of Cups, the Tower, right? Because I feel like here, especially with the Prosperity Lies Ahead and the Tower showing up, it's like something big is coming, right? But it's kind of up to you which way it goes. Because I feel like with the Tower, especially with all these fives here, yeah, we got the Five of Cups, we got the Five of Swords, we got the Five of Wands. It's like really important that you be aware of your actions, what it is that you're doing, how you're behaving, what it is, yeah, like what you're doing. Because it can have both positive and negative repercussions or consequences for you. So be mindful of that. Right? Because I feel like, especially with this fire, this King of Wands showing up twice, both upright and reverse, you could be very like reactive. Or like I was saying, fly by the seat of your pants. Like you're moving off of fire, like desire, anger, like those kind of, fiery emotions kind of thing. Which can be good, but it can also be bad. So it's like I need to be mindful of your emotions, how they're showing up for you, right? Because I feel like you could either be this week could just be, I don't know, it could be a little bit touchy for you. And it's like important that you be mindful of your fire, right? How it is you're behaving, what it is you're connecting to emotionally, mentally, spiritually, because as we have here, prosperity lies ahead. It's like time for you to like focus on what's important, right? Because like I was saying, like this murkiness, you could be kind of like getting lost in the sauce here, forgetting what it is that's really important. And it's time for you to kind of get back on track. towards what's important, towards this prosperity that lies ahead. Otherwise, here, right, you can kind of knock yourself off of track, off course, by getting caught up in the hullabaloo, be it like fights with family, friends, or just like something simple as getting off track when it comes to like your eating habits or your workout routine, right? And although it may be small, it has repercussions down the line, right? So it's kind of like time to line up yourself and your behavior with what it is that lies ahead of you, this prosperity, right? If you want things to go well, then it's time for you to kind of get your act together. Basically, I'm not trying to like be nobody mama, but that's kind of what it's saying here, right? Because I feel like with this Fool showing up, it's like you're trying to move towards something new, something better for yourself, right? You're trying to leave behind negative bad habits, negative mindsets even, or even like feelings here that were like weighing on you or keeping you from everything it is that you envision and see for yourself. Even if you're like kind of questioning what it is that you see for yourself or where it is that you're going, it's like you still know, I feel, that like you want more, you want better for yourself, and in order to get it, you're going to have to get certain things under control, mainly yourself, your behaviors, your emotions, right? Because we got a lot of water here. Okay, but I feel like with this Ten of Cups, like it's like wanting better, so like needing to be better, to do better for yourself, right? Not for anyone else, but for yourself. Okay, but let's get your affirmation for the week. It's like very much like not engaging with anything that's beneath you. Okay, so it says, find joy in the little things and take nothing for granted. Okay, so how can I be more observant today? What am I expecting to go right today? Right? Because you may be kind of feeding into negativity here, right? Negativity, like the stuff that works your nerves or the stuff that kind of brings you down, and it's time for you to kind of focus your energy and like funnel your energy into things that are uplifting, things that are going to improve your life, that are going to help you to move towards your prosperity, your abundance. Okay, right? And then we have love who I see. I love who I see in the mirror. So it's kind of like time to kind of get reconnected with you, right? Because you may have like, either you may be feeling a bit lost or directionless or disconnected from yourself in some way, and it's time to kind of reconnect. Okay, but let's get your crystal for the week. So we got red jasper, take action, bro. This is the same crystal that came out for group 1. Okay, bottom of the deck here we have moonstone, live your purpose. All right, so yeah, there's like a need to be grounded, to like I was saying, kind of reconnect back with yourself. But I also feel like I was saying, like the divine here, I feel like you may have lost your why. Does that make sense? Like what is your purpose? Why are you doing the things that it is that you're doing? If you started a new routine or whatever, a dad or something. Why are you doing it? Kind of connect with that rather than like focusing on the outcome or focusing on, you know, what you want to come about. But like, why do you want these things? Allow that to fuel you. Okay? But let's see if the ancestors have anything they like to add, and then we're going to pull one last card for guidance. Okay. So we have arranged marriage, and then we have unknown ancestor speaking. I have been watching over you. Learn more about your heritage through research. You will find me, my name. Okay. Then we have voodoo doll. Someone has tried to cast work or send negative energy your way. Feeling attacked, sleepless nights, protection needed. And then oracle. I might see the living and the dead, the past, present, and future. Pay attention to your visions, dreams, and spirit encounters. Okay. So I feel like you may be putting a lot of energy into, like I was saying, like you may be putting a lot of energy into like other people or the things around you, your environment, right? You may be kind of allowing that to kind of drain you of your, I like saying vital essence. But it's like I feel like it's a need to kind of get to know yourself, right? Especially with the moonstone showing up here at the bottom. Like, get to know like yourself, your patterns, the things that affect you and how they affect you, right? If you know that, I don't know, eating dairy or something messes with your system, then it may be time for you to change that, okay? Do something different. Right? Or if you feel like there's something off going on with you, like you're feeling off, it may be time for you to figure out why. What is it that you're doing or connecting to that's keeping you feeling blah or kind of stuck, and work on ridding yourself of it. Okay? Yeah, but I feel like it's kind of just time for you to see beyond like placing blame or what have you outside of yourself, and kind of just looking within to see, you know, what may be off, right? Kind of start inward first and then work your way out. Does that make sense? Okay, but let's get one last card and then we're gonna close this out. Right, but also pay attention to like your dreams, as it says here with the oracle, right? I feel like whatever's going on in your dreams, right, if you maybe have a recurring dream or like a recurring theme within your dreams, then it's kind of hinting at what needs to be paid attention to in your waking reality, right? Your waking life. But also like take action, right? If you figure something out, like, oh, boom, that's what's causing this, then you need to act on that, right? Kind of stop allowing things to drain you. All right, so we have here, dare to be creative. It says, think about all the creative ideas that come to you in one day. How many do you dismiss as trivial or unproductive? Healing requires impractical and daring creativity. Your goal to observe how you respond to your own creative voice. Are you receptive or self-critical? Okay? Yeah. It's like really believing yourself to like channel, like I was saying, funnel your energy into something that's good for you, that uplifts you, that helps you to feel good, and to kind of, that keeps you on track. right? This could be, getting creative. This could be working out. This could be, I don't know, fixing cars, anything, whatever it is that like helps you to feel good and helps you to feel like you're like living your life for a purpose or for a reason. Do that. Do more of that, okay? But yeah, that's all I have for you. Hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, give it a like. All right, if you're interested in a personal reading, head over to summertimetarot.com to book that. All right, but peace out. If you picked this here, what is it, full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Okay, so I feel like you need to I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing but I'm not laughing at you. Okay, so I feel like you need to find balance between your emotions and your logic here, your inner child and your adult self. Because I feel like one or the other may be tipping the scale here, right? But it's like needing to have the both of them come together in order to be able to function, right? Not to say that you're not functioning, but like in order to find the best outcome, right? You may be leaning too heavily on one thing, be it either your intuition, your logic, your inner child, your adult self, right? Your right, this is crazy because I was thinking about this earlier, and it kind of goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video. You like the inner victim and the inner perpetrator. You get what I'm saying? Like there may be a part of you that feels victimized in some way, and then there's a part of you that kind of is like the mirror of that, where like you may be doing the same things to other people, but you may not be seeing it that way. Does that make sense? I went on a tangent, but let's get back to what I'm talking about here. Yeah, but let's see. What's the guidance here for you? Okay, that wants to come out. All right. Okay. All right. Got a lot of cards here. Well, more than the other groups. All right. Yeah. Right, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, right? So you may be holding on to one perspective or one way of seeing things, right? Like I was saying. Then we have the Six of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands, okay? Yeah. And you could be like defensive, like to the point where you may be unmoving, like you may be holding tight to this one way of seeing things or one way of doing things, but I feel like, right, especially with the Six of Swords here, like you may be trying to move out, to move forward in a new direction, right, to find more balance, to find more, balance, yeah. But it's like there's this part of you that's still kind of holding on to it, and you don't know how to Like, make peace with it, right? Yeah, I feel like this kind of very much goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video. So if you didn't watch that, watch that. Yeah, it's like you may just need to give yourself a break here, right? Because I feel like either you like, just to show yourself some compassion, right? Because I feel like you're tired here. You may be a little bit weary, right? You're trying, like, it's almost like you're trying to move forward. You're trying to, find your balance. You're trying to find your peace. You're trying to get better. You're trying to, do all these things. But you may be holding yourself to a extremely, extremely high standard, to the point where it's like, okay, I can't mess up, or I can't do this, and I have to be perfect. Like, it's like perfectionism showing up here. So you may be kind of, yeah, like I was saying, shunning one aspect of yourself, right? So if I use the example of like the inner child, right? Say you're trying to, I don't know, get serious and really get focused, but there's a part of you that's like, man, I just want to chillax and have fun and like party and like watch TV and like eat fun foods, candies and stuff. Like, you may be like, oh my gosh, like, you could be looking at other people doing the same thing and like judging them, but it's like basically you're judging yourself. And it's like a need to have more compassion for yourself, which will then allow you to have more compassion for other people. But not only that, it will then allow you to kind of move away from these things, right? These negative habits, or this old perspective, this old way of being that you're trying to move away from, right? And it's like a need to trust that, like, in time, right, you will be able to kind of let certain habits, let certain mindsets go, right? Even if like you're maybe like still focusing on maybe a relationship, or something that you feel is over and done with, or you just don't want any parts of. It's like you have to give yourself the time to kind of release it in the best way, in the best manner for you, right? Not saying that you just, you're not disciplined or you're not focused on what it is that you're trying to do, but it's like you can't continue to beat yourself up or shame yourself for things that just kind of take time, right? It's like needing to create an environment for yourself where you feel safe to be imperfect. You feel what I'm saying? To be out of balance. You know what I mean? But it's like you may hold yourself to such a high standard that you don't allow yourself to make any mistakes. You don't allow yourself to just be human, just to be where you are at any given moment, right? You feel like you have to like strive, you have to be perfect, you have to be this, you have to do that. And it's like, that's not helping you here. Yeah, so it's like, I feel like it's important that you validate like your emotions, your experience, your perspective, right? Both of them, right? It could be, the one where it's like, hey, this is fun, and the other one that's like, yo, this is lame, I need to stop doing this. It's like needing to hold space for both of them and not feel like you have to choose one or the other, but to allow them both to coexist without needing to control it. You know what I'm saying? But that also goes for like your relationships and your life as well. Like, if there are people around you that you feel need to change in some way, right? Or that you feel you may find yourself judging or like looking down on them for their behavior or for their actions. It's like needing to recognize that in essence that's you kind of holding judgment for yourself, right? Because everything that you see in someone else is present within you. So it's like needing to allow yourself to not be perfect, allow yourself to have these negative or not the best outlooks or thoughts and feelings, right? Because it's like those feelings aren't you, right? You are the observer. So it's like needing to not be attached to any idea or feeling, but to recognize it, give it its space, release it, and then kind of move forward in the direction that you feel is best. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, but I don't think I need to clarify here. So let's go ahead and get your affirmation for the week. Yeah, because I feel like you're growing here, but I feel like in that growth you're kind of seeing how different or like your differences from other people, and you could either find yourself judging or kind of projecting or those kind of things. And it's like in order to grow and even to help other people around you grow, you kind of have to accept people where they are and as they are, right? That's why when it comes to church they be like, come as you are. It's like everybody grows at their own time, so just kind of allow them to be where they at and just focus on being the best version of you, which will then enable them to be the best version of themselves, right? Don't feel like you have to control them or like hold it over their head or like but I also feel like there may be some things here that you're not saying, right? You may be biting your tongue here, and it's like just needing to learn how to express yourself in a healthy manner, right? So don't kind of like just hold your feelings and your thoughts, right? It may be good to journal, right? And to talk to someone about what's going on with you. Okay, it could also be good here to spend time with animals, with plants, you know what I'm saying, out in nature. Look at the bird. Do you see the bird? Yeah. To kind of let off steam, So let's get your affirmation for the week. Yeah, and it's like your growth is your growth, right? Just focus on your growth. Don't focus on nobody else. All right? Don't focus on anything that's not helping you. So we have here, I am loved and cared for not only by my friends and family, but also by myself. Okay, it says, when was the last time someone did something for me, even if very small? When was the last time I did something nice for myself? Okay. Yeah. Oh, let's see if the ancestors have anything. Wait. Let's get your crystal for the week first. And then we'll see if the ancestors have anything that they'd like to add. Okay, so we got two because that one wants to show itself. So we have leopard delight. Recall your dreams. Your dreams are important here. So then we have ocean jasper. Schedule yourself in. Yeah, it's time for you to just really spend some time connecting with yourself, nature, right? The divine, right? Whenever you kind of find yourself like fixating on things outside of you that are out of your control, be it people, experiences, whatever, it's like because there's something going on within you that needs focus, right? It's a reflection. You feel what I'm saying? Going back to the reflection, it's a reflection of you. So like pay attention to your emotions, pay attention to your thoughts, right? Because it's not you. Like I was saying, those thoughts, those emotions aren't you, but they are kind of highlighting certain things that are going on within you that need your attention, that need focus. Okay? But let's see. Let's do a little quickly because it's getting dark out here. Let's see if the ancestors have anything they'd like to add to this here reading. And then we're going to pull one final card of guidance. Okay, so we have warrior spirits, channeling spirit in reverse, and don't miss this opportunity. It's your time. No more procrastination. So I'll show you the cards. Yeah, I feel like this is going back to like what I was saying about you being defensive, and I feel like it's because there are some things going on within you that you need to look at, right? With this, don't miss this opportunity. It's your time. No more procrastination. There are some things, yeah, that you may have been putting on the back burner that I feel like spirit, the divine, is trying to get your attention on. Right? Look, oh my gosh, y'all. Ooh, looks terrible, but yeah. So make sure you're paying attention to that. Yeah, but it also may be time here for you to kind of beef up your protection, right? So like being aware of your environment, not kind of feeding into anything or giving too much energy over to certain situations or certain people, right? Kind of needing to very much be aware and attentive to your own needs, right? So like your boundaries, that's important. Listening to your emotions, like I was saying, that's important, because when you don't, it's almost like then you kind of lose control, because at any moment anything or anyone could kind of come in and get you off balance. You feel me? So if you want to keep your balance, you need to be aware of what's going on with you internally, but also what you're giving your attention and your energy to, what you're watching, what you're listening to, who you're surrounding yourself with, what you're eating, what you're drinking, that kind of thing, right? Being aware of that, being mindful of that. I just saw 111. Yeah, but kind of really needing to focus on getting that in order, right? Because I feel like here with this channeling spirit, right, if you're trying to really focus on like your spirituality and connecting to the divine, connecting to your ancestors, right, it's important that your channel is kind of clear and that you're not like holding on to, right, with this Four of Pentacles, any like negativity, be it thoughts or feelings, right? Really needing to spend time releasing that. Make sure that you're cleansing your space, you're cleansing yourself on a regular basis this week. Also that you're drinking your water, right? Okay, but let's get one last card and close this out, because it's dark out here. Okay, this one popped out. I swear it popped out, y'all. It says Release the need to complain. It says, honestly assess whether you're a complainer. No matter whether you share complaints with others or keep them to yourself, this tendency is a way of looking at a situation without seeing its potential blessings. Your goal to release the predilection to complain and instead see the positive side of things. Okay? But that's all I have for you. Hopefully this helped you in some way. If it did, be sure to give it a like, right? If you're interested in a personal reading, be sure to head over to summertimetarot.com to book that. But I enjoyed spending time with you. I'll see you later. Peace out.